Hello crafty fans! For today's video, I am going to show you how to make a pillowcase with a piping. So if you want to learn how, keep on watching. I'm going to mark and cut a long strip of fabric about 2 inches wide. So I ended up cutting 2 long strips of fabric about 2 yards. Now I'm going to sew these 2 pieces together to make a long strip of fabric. So the other piece is facing up and the other piece is facing down. And I'm going to pin it just like this to form a square at the end. And then I'm going to sew it right at the center. As you can see here, I let it overhang about 1/4 of an inch. So when I open it up like this, it will be even and straight. And all I have to do is trim off the excess fabric right here. You will also need a zipper foot for this project. You're just going to put the cord inside the long strip of fabric just like this, and then you're going to sew it as close to the cord as possible. You're just going to sew it until you reach the other end of the fabric. I already pre-cut my fabrics here, so you should have 3 pieces. So this is for the front and the other 2 pieces are for the back. Going to finish the raw edges by folding it twice and then sew it along the edges just like this. Actually made the other panel a little too long, so you want it to overlap at least 5 inches, so I'm gonna have to trim that off. Now I am going to pin the piping cord on the front piece of the pillow. As you can see, I'm pinning it on the right side of the fabric. So I'm just going to pin it around until I reach where I started. And then I'm going to trim off the cord, leaving about 2 inches allowance. And I'm just going to do a basting stitch. Basting stitch is basically the longest setting that your sewing machine will do. So I'm just going to sew it all the way around. And once I reach the corner, I am going to make some small cuts to release the tension around the curve so I can turn the cord properly without a problem. I am also going to lift up the presser foot and turn the fabric and continue on sewing. So now this is where the 2 cords will meet. So what I'm going to do is seam rip both ends, and I'm going to grab the pink fabrics and I am going to sew them together. I am also going to trim off the cords so they don't overlap and neatly tuck it in and sew it along. As you can see here, I will grab the ends of the fabrics and I will fold it about 1/4 of an inch just to hide the raw edges. And then I will neatly put in the other end of the fabric and the cord inside the other end, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to sew it along. Now it should look something like this. Right sides are facing, and I'm going to sew it on the edges. And I'm also using a zipper foot so I can sew it as close to the cord as possible. That's it, crafty fans, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. Bye!